Stop me if this sounds familiar. Your boss sends a late-night email, and instantly your chest tightens. Your partner doesn't text back for 3 hours, and anxiety floods your system. You see someone succeeding in your field, and envy burns in your stomach. Most people think these emotional reactions are problems to fix, feelings to manage, or weaknesses to overcome. But here's what ancient wisdom keepers knew that modern psychology missed. Your emotional reactions aren't malfunctions. They're diagnostic messages from your consciousness system. When your computer encounters an error, it doesn't just crash silently. It generates an error message, a precise diagnostic code that tells you exactly what went wrong, where the problem occurred, and how to fix it. Your consciousness operates the same way. What you call negative emotions are actually error messages from your internal algorithm, providing you with real-time diagnostic information about which background processes are running inefficiently. Dr. Joseph LeDoux's neuroscience research reveals that emotional responses are higher-order representations, your brain's attempt to make sense of internal data and external stimuli. But ancient mystery schools went deeper. They understood that consciousness operates as a frequency-based information system, where emotional reactions indicate which frequency band your awareness is currently tuned to. Robert Edward Grant's sacred geometry research shows us that emotional states correspond to specific geometric patterns of energy flow within consciousness. When you feel fear, your system is detecting a perceived threat to your security protocol. When you feel anger, your boundaries have been crossed and your sovereignty algorithm is activating. When you feel sadness, your system is processing a loss of connection to something you valued. Here's the revolutionary shift. Instead of trying to change the emotion, you learn to read the message it contains. Your anxiety about your boss's email isn't random. It's your approval-seeking background process, detecting a potential threat to your security. The diagnostic message is abandonment detection protocol activated, external validation system dependency detected. Your envy when seeing others succeed isn't character weakness. It's your comparison algorithm highlighting the gap between your current reality and your desired state. The diagnostic message is resource scarcity programming detected, value assignment to external achievements confirmed. Ancient Hermetic principles call this mental transmutation, the ability to transform base mental states into higher consciousness by understanding their informational content rather than their emotional charge. The Kybalion teaches that everything is vibration at different frequencies. Your emotions are simply your consciousness system, operating at specific vibrational levels. Here's where it gets profound. That anxiety about approval? It's running from a childhood program that equated love with performance. The envy about others' success? It's executing from a scarcity algorithm installed when you were taught resources were limited. Ancient Egyptian Kemetic wisdom called this process Heka, the power to transform reality by understanding the vibrational signature of different consciousness states. They knew that emotional reactions weren't random. They were geometric patterns of energy indicating which programs were currently executing in your psychological operating system. So here's your new framework. Every emotional reaction is diagnostic information. Fear equals security protocol activation. Anger equals boundary violation detection. Sadness equals connection loss processing. Anxiety equals threat assessment algorithm running. Guilt equals violation of internal value system detected. The ancient mystics who developed these consciousness technologies weren't trying to eliminate emotions. They were learning to read the data emotions provided about their internal system state. They understood that consciousness operates like a sophisticated computer running multiple programs simultaneously. And emotions are the system notifications telling you which programs are active. This is why suppressing emotions never works long term. You're not fixing the underlying program. You're just muting the diagnostic messages. It's like putting tape over your car's check engine light. The problem persists, but now you can't see the warnings. Here's today's challenge. For the next 24 hours, every time you feel a strong emotional reaction, pause and ask, what error message is my system sending me? Don't judge the emotion. Don't try to change it. Simply read the diagnostic information it contains. Download the free error message decoder in the description. A simple framework that translates 12 common emotional reactions into their underlying system diagnostics. Start treating your emotions like the sophisticated feedback system they actually are. Next week, we're going deeper into source code analysis, learning to trace these error messages back to their original programming events so you can finally debug the root causes instead of just managing symptoms. Remember, you're not broken. You're a sophisticated consciousness system providing you with real-time diagnostic feedback. Upgrade your human algorithm. Decode your signals. Subscribe and watch the previous episodes from this module.